Hi there, my name is Itegbere Charles from Ravisbourne University, London. I'm here to make a reflection video on principle of project management. Actually, week one, I want to talk about projects and characteristics of projects and project management. First of all, what is a project? Project is a unique transit endeavor undertaken to achieve a planned objective which could be defined in terms of output and outcome or benefits according to Sequel and Smike 2012. Now, characteristics of projects. Every project should have a clear start and a clear end date. Also, a project has boundaries. A project creates something new. Project is not something, is not business as usual, rather. Then now let's talk about project management. We have defined project, what project is. Now we want to talk about project management. Project management can be defined as applications of methodologies, knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques for project activities to meet the project standard required and create projects deliverable, also by Sequel and Smike 2012. Now, at higher level, project has 5 phases. We have the initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closeout. Now, before the project did start, we have what we call the business case. After the business case comes the 5 major stages, which is the initiation, the planning, the execution, monitoring, controlling, and closeout. Now, let's talk about the role of a project manager. For every project, the project manager is in charge. Like I said before, after the business case and immediately we are entering into the initiation, which is the 5 stages of the project management, the project manager comes into play. The project manager takes charge of the project, picks up his team, the project team members that will work with him to help him achieve the goals of that project. Now, there are roles and there are things that the project manager ought to do. There's what we call risk management. We have about 4 of them: risk management, stakeholders management, then quality assurance and quality control, and also ethical legal action. All these roles are what the project manager ought to do in every project. Then also I talked about the manage and stakeholders management. Who are stakeholders when it comes to project? The stakeholders are people that are directly or indirectly impacted by an organization strategy. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, stakeholders are people that are directly or indirectly affected by the project. And examples of stakeholders are customers, suppliers, government and unions, then the community at large. These are stakeholders. Then in week 2, we'll talk about also the roles of team members, project managers and roles of team members. And that also we take us to Tuckman. According to Tuckman, team development is formed into 5 stages, into 5 major stages. We have the forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Now, at the forming stage, according to Tuckman, it is the process whereby the team members get to know each other and about the project. Then the storming stage is a stage where there is a conflict. They tend to disagree on what to do about the project. And the norming stage is a stage whereby the team is becoming as a unit, having a sense of order, what to do to actually achieve the project. Then the performing stage is a functioning stage, getting the job done. Then the adjourning stage. At the end of every project, the team has disbanded peacefully and politely, just in case for another project. That's the adjourning stage, according to Tuckman's theory. We're going to talk about project scheduling. Project scheduling is all about project planning. Project scheduling, project planning is almost the same. When we talk about project scheduling, why is it important and why should a project be scheduled? Now, it is important to schedule your project so that we can meet up with the estimate. And why is that? It is simple to plan a project, and there are tools we can use to plan this project. Then rather is the Gantt chart. Why should we make use of Gantt chart in planning projects? Because the Gantt chart is another important tool used in the planning of stages to illustrate time and to complete project deliveries and activities on time. Now, we have types of Gantt chart, computerized Gantt chart, to help us achieve these project plans. We have Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, Trello, Team Gantt, and Instagantt. All of these tools are very, very important in projecting and scheduling your project. Now, the benefit, I want to talk about benefits of project estimation. Why should we make estimates when it comes to project? A poor or a rough estimate is better than no estimate. And what do I mean by that? When the project is estimated, we have a rough idea what it should cost, what this project should cost at the end of the day. Now, benefits to support good decision making, to schedule work, to determine project duration and the cost, to determine whether the project is worth doing, to develop cash flow, and also lastly to determine how the project is ongoing. Now, when the project is scheduled, now for instance, we can break the project into parts. As what we call the WBS, work breakdown structure, where we know, for instance, a particular team member is doing this, the specialist, the sharper, according to Bebum's theory. We have every team members have a specific role to play in the project. Through the scheduling, we already know exactly what to do, and preparing the Gantt chart, we know when each activity should follow, that at this point this activity should be going on. Also, at the same time, we can multitask. There are processes whereby we could also say, all right, we are performing 3 activities at the same time, and through our scheduling and our Gantt chart, we already know exactly what to do. At this point, project A should be done. This phase of the project should be done and should be accomplished at this point. And just in case if they are unforeseen, through our Gantt chart and our scheduling in our system, we should know what to do to re-strategize and replan to ensure that we meet the deadlines, the deliverables, so that the client or the customers will be satisfied and resources will not be wasted. That will take us now to week 11. We want to talk about closing a project. Closing a project. There are many ways or many reasons why a project rather should close out. For instance, we could have situation whereby there are loss of life, loss of lives, loss of resources, unforeseen, or maybe there is a bigger project, or according to the organization, maybe they have something else in mind. We could close that project. But another thing is this also: a successful project that has been completed, there is processes how it should be done. First of all, wrapping up a successful project, we get what the deliverance, getting deliverance, acceptance from the customer. So that is to say, at the end of the day, the customers accept the delivering order, that this is exactly what we discussed and this is exactly what you have delivered. The customer is satisfied, the customer is happy. Secondly, shifting down resources and releasing the new uses. Shifting down resources and releasing the new uses. Then 3, reassigning project team members. Yes, when the project has been completely delivered, project members can be reassigned for another project. That, for instance, we are going to central London. We just left North Greenwich. We are done with this construction project. We'll be going to central London for another project. So the team members will be reassigned and different roles again will be given. Fourthly, closing the account and see that all bills are paid. For instance, at the end of the project, it is in the place of the project manager to see that everyone is paid. If they are hired laborers or labor, they should be paid. The architect should be paid. The builders should be paid. All project team members should be paid. Everyone has received their pay before closing out that project. Then 5, delivering the project to the customer. Delivering the project to the client at the end of the day. Then 6, creating a final report on that project. The final report should be created, should be done and well documented, because it could also be used for reference purpose. Just in case there is another similar project, that report can be used also. We can fall back to that references. In a nutshell, we have talked about projects, project management, phases of project management according to Tuckman and according to Bebum's theory. We have talked about all these, and this is very important for our course, and these are part of what we did in project management, principles of project management, Ravenbourne University, London, Quad 2. Thank you.